अम्बत्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दाय तपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय पुत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् ज्ञानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जन षट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं पद कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं लंगुं भंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। We'll now go to chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita. Chapter 13 of the Bhagavad Gita is called Kshetram Kshetragya Vibhaga Yoga. Yoga means topic. Kshetram means field. Kshetragya, one who knows the field. And Kshetram and Kshetragya Vibhaga. How to discern the difference between the Kshetra and the Kshetragya. It's a unique chapter of about 35 verses. And Sri Krishna covers 6 major topics in this chapter 13. So we will start with the official invocation of the chapter. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha Atha Trayadrisho. That is, let me see how it is. Trayodashadhyayo Nama. Yeah, it is. Kshetra Kshetragya Vibhaga Yoga Trayodashadhyayo Trayodashadhyaya Namaha. That's how it starts. Sri Krishna Paramatma. The opening verse starts with Sri Arjuna Vacha. So before we go to what Arjuna says, let's have a quick look at what we have studied so far. The first 6 chapters, the Pratama Shatkam, we studied Jiva Swarupa. Jiva Swarupa means answer to the question, who am I? Chapter number 7 to chapter number 12, it is called Madhyama Shatkam. In that, we studied Ishvara Swarupa. Ishvara Swarupa is answer to the question, who or where or what is God? So, Jiva Swarupa, Ishvara Swarupa. And what was the knowledge given? Ishvara is before Ishvara. What is Jiva Swarupa? What is my Swarupa? Your Swarupa is that of a limitless whole. You lack nothing. You are a significant whole being. The sense of lack that you have, the sense of inadequacy that you have is ignorance. Ajnana. And because of this ajnana, what are you going through? Shokam, sadness. Shoka. So to get over the shoka, you have to do something. Kama, desires to get over that shokam. Okay, kama, then kama. And all your desires are not fulfilled. Therefore, krodha, kama, krodha. What you want in disproportionately large measures. Kama, krodha, lobha. This goes for a toss. Moha, madha, matsarya. Go insane and you are envious of the whole world and you struggle. Why? Because of the ignorance about yourself. You have taken yourself to be an insignificant being, an inadequate being, and therefore your search for adequacy continues. Krishna says, the search for the adequacy is a meaningless search because you are already adequate, but you are missing that adequacy because you are looking at yourself through paradigms which are not meant to be used for looking at yourself. You are looking at yourself through your body, limited. The body is limited, it's subject to limitations. You are looking at yourself through emotions, subject to a lot more limitations. You are looking at yourself through your intellectual capabilities, always falls short. You are looking at yourself through your achievements, your names. That means the search is for a being, that I miss. I want to be whole, I want to be adequate, I want to be significant, and I miss that. And that significance, that adequacy, I am searching in this world outside. Bhagavad Gita comes and tells the search is not outside, but look where you are supposed to look. It is not within. So without, some people say search is without, search is within. What? It's not even a correct English in the first place. Search outside, search within. It is not. If it were within means where? Heart, liver, pancreas. No, doesn't make sense. The search is elsewhere. The search is there is a paradigm shift in that church, in that search. You have to learn to look at yourself differently. You have always been looking at yourself as the body, mind, sense complex, living in this world, achieving things. Learn to look at yourself differently. Who knows this body, mind, sense complex? Who knows the world? Inquire into the nature of that person, that being, not a person, that being. And that leads us to the inquiry, who am I? And the Shruti points out, you are a whole, your asset is a whole being. Okay, it does definitely, the teacher when he teaches using appropriate pramana means of knowledge, it works. But if it started working in the first section itself, why have 3 more sections or 2 more sections? That means some doubts persist. Habitual thinking is there. Habitual thinking. So you have to get out of this habitual thinking. So the question is, this is the basic search. Who am I? And what is this world? Or who has created this world? What is this world? Who has created this world? So chapter 7 and to chapter 12, Krishna says, Ishvara, the creator is Ishvara. How did he create? Sitting somewhere, make and throw? He says, no. Ishvara has created out of himself. Using his own intelligence. He is the most intelligent and material cause of Srishti. That means this is a product. This product must have its material. It must have an intelligent factor also. There is an intelligent cause. Somebody designed it. So there is an intelligent cause and there is some material cause. The intelligent cause is elsewhere, the material cause is here. When it comes to the whole Srishti, teacher says, the material and the intelligent cause are in the same locus. अरे ये क्या बात है? How can it be? He gives an example. Many examples. So one example, yatha urnanabhi srijate grinnate cha. Just as a spider spins a web out of itself, it is both the intelligent and the material cause. The Srishti has come out of Ishvara. Any example has some problems and you will immediately come to a conclusion that say Ishvara is some spider sitting somewhere waiting to gobble you. Just an example. So he gives another example. Yatha, just as you create your Swapna Loka, you created a Srishti, a world of dreams. Who is the intelligent cause? You are the intelligent cause. And where did it come from? From yourself. So you are both the intelligent and material cause of Srishti. In the same manner, Ishvara has created this Srishti out of himself. So if he is out of himself, so in every material, okay, this is made of some plastic. There is plastic in this material. It inheres in and through this product. There is cotton in this. In and through it inheres. So in Srishti, the whole Srishti, where is Ishvara? Ishvara inheres through the material cause. You tell me where there is no Ishvara. In this, tell me where there is no cotton. In this Srishti, how can there be some place where there is no Ishvara? He is a material cause. Where is the intelligent cause then? Where is the intelligent cause? The Chaitanya Swarupam. Who is asking this question? Where is the intelligent cause? Who are you? The Jiva Swarupa, which was revealed to you, is now revealed as the Ishvara Swarupa. Botmas. The Jiva, inquiring about himself, is the same conscious being who is also Ishvara. There cannot be two consciousness. So Jiva, Ishvara are one and the same. This Sambandha is established in the next 6 chapters, 13 to 18. 13 to 18, this is established. And this is called the Charama Shatkam. Charama means the last 6. Or you can say peak. That is, the knowledge, the entire 12 chapter study is now going to be consolidated in the next 6 chapters. Okay, that's why it's called the Charama Shatkam. So some people feel, I've started in the Charama Shatkam. I have not studied at all from 1 to 12. I have started in the Charama Shatkam. So the unique thing about this Vidya is, even by Charama Shatkam, you start on the last shloka of the 18th chapter, it is good enough. Because if it generates the right kind of inquiry in you, you will learn the rest. You will find somebody who will teach you. And you don't really need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can give you the whole vision in just 30 minutes, if not less. So therefore, it's not a big deal at all. Is all we need is interest. Would you like to study? Yes. Are you prepared to invest time? Yes. Are you prepared to do systematic study? Are you prepared to do regular study? Yeah. Are you prepared to do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana? Shravana is hearing it. Ananam is reflecting to remove all doubts. Nididhyasana is assimilation. Are you prepared to do all 3? It will work. And let's understand one more thing. What is the subject matter that we are studying? It is the individual. You are studying the individual. Some people will say I have studied for 12 years and then practice. Practice what? Practice being yourself. Hey, I'm revealing a sheet, something like this. You don't know what's the shape of your nose. So I'm revealing a mirror. And you say, okay, I will see in the mirror, this is theoretical. Then someday I will discover that this is the shape of my nose. The moment I reveal the mirror to you, your nose is seen. Unless you have some other problem or the mirror has a problem. When Shruti reveals your Swarupa to you in a proper process, it is called a Prakriya. Your Swarupa is revealed to you. Hey, what more theory you need? Because of habitual errors and not having heard this before, you need to assimilate that much more strongly. There are so many distractions, your beliefs, conclusions, notions about yourself, which will distract you from owning up your Swarupa. There's a lovely story which my Guruji used to say, and I also like to share that story with you. There was a kingdom in which there was a revolt, conspiratory revolt, in which the younger brother of the king assassinated the king and his older sons and his wife, and was looking for the youngest son so that he could also be assassinated and the brother could rightfully take over as the owner. The nurse heard of the news, and before the brother could come, she took this little child, smuggled him outside the palace, and took him to a village. There she brought him up, and before her time of was up, she gave the child to a few tribals to take care, and the nurse passed away. There was a mantri who always knew that the prince is not dead. Okay, the young baby prince was possibly 90 days old, was not yet dead. So he went, started searching in the villages nearby, because by the time the conspirator had become weak and immobile, and he is also feeling regretful that look, I have done again. It always happens. And all the tubes run out of your system and you are connected to all kinds of machines. You will feel, I should have been kind to my younger brother. I should have given the share of property that he wanted. I fought with my older brother and took away what little pension he had. All those regrets will come to you. And the tubes are coming out of your system. Along with all the tubes, these will also come. The tubes and the glittering lights in the room will give you all this regret. So this king also had a problem, the usurper, and he sent somebody to look for the prince. So looking, they came to a tribal hamlet. They said, yes, matching the Lakshana, we have a young boy here. The boy was about 17, 18 years old, a strong. One look at him, you knew the royal lineage. A straight, lovely, straight aquiline nose. Well, Dirgamana, called Dirga, Netra, powerful, one look, unblinking, clear look, broad shoulders, arms developed by using bow and things like that, bow and by archery, tall, handsome. They knew this is the prince. Now tell me. So the prince is recognized. Now what has the prince got to do to become the prince? He is already the prince. By virtue of being born to the king, he is a prince. That's what Shruti comes and tells you, you are Ananda Swarupa, you guy. You are born Ananda Swarupa. But you have identified yourself with your BMS and taken yourselves to be other than what you are. The prince has identified himself with the tribal and taken himself to be a tribal. He now climbs trees easily, plucks and eats berries, and he is excellent in hunting, cooking over low fire and eating, lives an otherwise a life of a tribal. They convince him and bring him to the palace. What has he got to do to become the prince now? Nothing, he is a prince. But he has to learn to live the life of a prince. He has to clothe himself properly, wash himself properly. He has to learn to clothe himself, wash himself, and live the life of a prince properly. You are revealed. Shruti reveals that you are Ananda Swarupa. You don't have to do anything to become Ananda Swarupa. You only have to learn to live a life compatible with the vision that has been given to you. You don't have to live like a beggar. You have to live like the Ananda Swarupa that you are. That's what chapter 13 onwards is going to try. Okay. And one more small point. When we look for, it's called a Bhagavad Gita. When we look for the word Gita in the Sanskrit dictionary, I don't find the word Gita. Gita is a proper name. It's not. It's only name of a person. So how does it come? So when I look for it, Robin, it's revealed to me by my teacher. It is Geetam. Gita means song. So Bhagavad Geetam will come to a little short. Why Geetam? How did Geetam become Gita? Because the Bhagavad Gita has extract entirely from the Shruti. Shruti means Vedas. And Veda is, and Shruti is what you call, feminine gender. And it is Shruti Mata. So having extract from Shruti Mata, the term Gita has been adopted, feminine gender, Gita Mata. What is Bhagavad? Bhagavan's words. The words of Bhagavan are brought to you in the form of Gita. Gita means song. That doesn't mean you can sing the Gita, okay? You can't put various ragas for Gita and sing, you can't do all that. It's not allowed. There are some mantras which are to be chanted. There's a mantra, like we started. Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunattu, Sahavi. I chanted like that. I started with it. I'm not allowed to sing that. I can't do even if I be a big musician. I'm not allowed to do all that. So I'm supposed to chant it properly. Some people say, no, nowhere it is allowed to be chanted like that. There's another group which chants, oh, ये पता नहीं कहां से ये लोग पकड़ के लाते हैं. That's what. In fact, there's a very humorous episode. Our Swamiji went to an ashram. And where all these people were, they were saying, हम लोग om chanting करते हैं, आप सुनिए. Swamiji went in there and they were saying, So, I don't know whether it really happened. Swamiji says that, and we all have a hearty laugh over wrong chanting. So as they finished chanting, there was one dog in the ashram. Sometimes you heard the dog howl, it will howl like that. So Swamiji thought for him to, he didn't say it to anybody. He said, who learnt it from whom we don't know. It is not to be chanted. There are some shlokas which are to be chanted. Sahana Bhavatu Patram Karne Vishniyama Deva. Of course, there are chantings in different parts of the country which are different. But you can chant it the way you like. Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturpuhu ma te sango swakarmani. This is one method of chanting. There's a Vishnu Sahasranama tune that you can chant. But you can't sing it like they sing it in that, what was that serial? They had a serial. What is it? Karmanevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetur ma te sango swakarmani. Some chanting you will do. They're not allowed. So you are supposed to chant it properly. Gita doesn't mean song and you can't sing it. Why is it called a song? Because it is pleasant. See, sometimes Veda mantras might not be pleasant. There is one text called Bhajagovind. It's terrifying. It's like seeing an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Whereas you see this pretty pleasant. Why pleasant? Mata always wants your hita. She wants you to be benefited. Mata hita. And therefore it is called Bhagavad Gita. That is the background, etymological significance of the Bhagavad Gita. With that, let's enter chapter 13. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Trayodashadhyo Adhyayaha. What is the name of the Adhyaya? Kshetra Kshetrajya Vibhaga Yoga. That's the name of the Adhyaya. Okay. What does this chapter deal with? There are six major divisions, six major topics in this chapter. The first two are Kshetram and Kshetragya. Kshetra means the field. Okay. Kshetragya, one who knows the field. Okay. He'll study it in detail. Kshetra. The world is the Kshetra. Okay. It is your field. Field of what? Field of your role play. Field of your experiences. You will go do something in this field. Somebody will appreciate you. Say, wow, wonderful. Another fellow will say, will not even will be neutral. Okay. There will be a third fellow who says, what is wonderful about this thing? So this Kshetra will give you, is your field of experience. Bring it a little closer. The Kshetra is not just your house, your office, your road and things like that. The body is a Kshetra. Does it give you experiences? If you want to, knock your elbow when you are not watching, when you are not careful. Just knock your elbow in some corner of some furniture. Look at the experience it gives. Or let somebody rib, what do you call, elbow you in the rib. You will know what kind of experience you get. Okay? My nose is itching experience. So where do you get the experience? Kshetra, field. The body has experiences. Pain, Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukha, Adi, Bhoga, Ayatanam. This is the field for going through all this. Old age, disease, experience. Fine. Then, what is your emotional, that physical, emotional, intellectual package? EI package? Is it not your field? It is called Sita Ushna, Sukha Dukha, Adi, Bhoga Sadhanam. Ayatanam is your equipment. Sadhanam is something like that where you do all the dealing and business like that. The business is done in that. The karana, the instrument. You experience that. Is that not a field? Your ignorance. Is it not a field? I do not know. It's a field. So, Kshetram. Now, who is the Kshetragya? Kshetra, Kshetragyo, Vibhaga. Know the difference. Discern the difference between the Kshetram and the Kshetragya. Who is the Kshetragya? You are the Kshetragya. You are the one who says, it's my body. You are the one who says, I don't have enough hair on my head. I have hair, but I wish it were of a different color. I wish my nose were a different. And then unless you are able to objectify this as an object, Kshetra, the being that objectifies is Kshetra. So Kshetra, Kshetragya, Vibhaga. How to discern the difference between the Kshetra and the Kshetragya. These two will be handled. Okay. Then, Jnanam, Jnayam. Jnanam is knowledge. In this chapter, in this connection with this, in the context of this chapter, Jnanam doesn't mean knowledge. In the context of this chapter, Jnana means values. Values for what? Values that will prepare your intellect to know, assimilate, and own up the Swarupa that was revealed to you so far. It was revealed to you that you are the only significant being you are the only significant being. To to first understand this, to know it properly, and to own it up, you need certain preparation. It is called jnana yogyata prapti. So that jnana yogyata prapti in this chapter is referred to as jnanam. Then they have one more chapter, one more point topic here, jneyam, that which is worth knowing. Okay, what is worth knowing? Who am I is worth knowing. Don't you know who you are? Hey, we all know. We all know something about ourselves. We do not know about ourselves completely. Now, suppose I ask you, who are you? What's your answer? I am so and so. Hey, that's your name. I am son of so and so. That's your relationship. I am son of this lady. That's another relationship. I am spouse of this person. Relationship. I am an officer in this position. Yeah, that's a position. You yourself is a position. I am somebody like sir. Yeah, that's a title given to you by somebody that not even everybody can get it. I'm sir. So whatever you say about yourself is not you. It's only about yourself. So you know a lot of things about yourself, but you don't know what you really are. That is, if there is something worth knowing, that's worth knowing. I don't care if I don't know about myself. But if there is something worth knowing, it is knowing who am I. That is worth knowing. Jneyam. And for that jneyam, you need an appropriate preparation, that is jnanam. Very detailed analysis will be done. Jnanam, jneyam. Then they go further and teach you, the teacher reveals to you, Purusha and Prakriti. What was chapter taught to you in chapter 7 will come back here. Chapter 7 will be retaught here in chapter 13. Purusha Prakriti. In what connection is Purusha Prakriti? You ask the question. No, see, there are some questions which bug you all the time. We do not know. These are the questions. There are 5 things you want to know all the time. And if you have discovered that, you are already on the route to moksha. You are already on the road to moksha. If you get the answers to these 5 questions, you are a mukta purusha. And that to know that you are seeking answers for these 5 questions itself is very punyam. What are these 5 questions? Ko ham. Who am I? What is this srishti? Okay. Third, who is the author? Why am I struggling in this srishti? Bandham. Is there a way out of all this mukti? So srishti, first, Jiva Swarupa, Srishti Swarupa, Ishvara Swarupa, nature of bandham, nature of moksha. These are the 5 questions which all the Upanishads answer and Bhagavad Gita also answers. That's why it's called a basic text, undergraduate course. It's a basic text given to you in a form of a song, in the form of a pleasant song-like recitation. Don't say it's a song. Somebody translated, no? Celestial song. What is this celestial song? I don't know. Celestial song. It's improper. No, people who know neither English nor Gita will come down with all kinds of funny translations. To impress a crowd which doesn't know or doesn't want to know. They want to know so that they can pick holes in our Hindu system. Hindu system, Sanatana Dharma system. Doesn't work that way. Okay? So, so Purusha. Purusha is, who is Ishvara? Prakriti, Srishti. So what is created and who is the creator? Purusha, Prakriti. 6 topics. And these 6 topics, the last will be Phalam. What is the benefit of knowing all this? Okay. See, whenever we start studying any Vedic scripture, there is something called Anubandha Chatushtaya. Okay, Anubandha Chatushtaya means four important features. What is the subject matter? Okay, then how will it benefit me? Prayojanam. What is the process and how will it, and what is the connection? These four things have to be studied. So, what is the phalam? What is the benefit? And to get that benefit, to own up this knowledge, what kind of sadhana I should do? Jnanam, values, how to live those values, sadhana. So these 8 chapters, these 8 topics will be covered in this 13 chapters of 35 verses. Okay, we'll start chanting and we will go verse by. अथ त्रयो त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः अर्जुन उवाच. Arjuna says, प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञमेव च क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रज्ञमेव च एतद्वेदितुमिच्छामि एतद्वेदितुमिच्छामि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च केशव ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च केशव. So हे केशव, हे कृष्ण. And he says this. We'll read it again. Prakritim purusham chaiva kshetram kshetragyameva cha etat veditumichhami jnanam jneyam cha keshava. Hey Keshava, Arjuna says, Arjuna vacha, hey Keshava, ichhami veditum, I would like to know. What? Etat, the following. I would like to know the following. What is them? Prakriti Purusha Evacha. So when I asked you about Srishti, you told me it is Prakriti Purusha. I have understood it. After having 12 chapters studied, I would not say I have understood it. But I would like to know if there are any finer nuances to be known. Not only finer nuances, understand Vedic Vedanta study is not an academic study. If you want to study Bhagavad Gita as an academic study, I would say don't waste your time. You are some there people who want to study Bhagavad Gita as an academic study. There was a person I met a few years ago. Left me be. I learned a very good lesson from him. Naturally, I was much younger those days. I was so proud of the fact that I was learning Bhagavad Gita and things. I was not teaching those days. I told him, sir, I learned Bhagavad Gita. And I had come from England, and he was talking. A rich fellow was donating to so many Hindu organizations. And I told him, sir, I'm learning them. Then he asked me, so what? It really like punched me on my face. And he says, you're wasting time. I said, what am I wasting time for? He said, it's a failure text. I was astounded. He said, kya failure hai isme? He said, if Krishna were really Krishna, God, he should have been able to teach Arjuna in one verse. That he took 18 chapters, 700 verses, shows his communication skill was poor, and then the teaching failed. What to do? I put my hand on my head, and when I met my Guruji, I shared with him. So Guruji said, he told me another story. He says, I want you to listen to another story. So what happened is there was a donkey and a tiger. The donkey said, the grass is blue in color. The tiger said, no, it is green. And the donkey said, no, it is blue in color. Whatever he tried, the tigers couldn't convince him. So they went to the king. The king said the donkey is right and jailed the tiger. He said, what kind of system is this? For speaking the truth, you are jailed, like it's happening in our state these days. So you are put inside. Then, they always have, the Rajas used to come visiting, and the prisoners from their prison cell can talk to their Raja and tell them, sir, I have been unfairly jailed and things like that. So the king came to the prison and tiger said, hey Raja, you know it is green in color. I know it is green in color. Why do you put me in jail? He said, I put you in jail for arguing with a donkey. That's why I put you in jail. So that story was told to me. I said, I made that. Thereafter, I decided, don't argue with anybody. You don't need to publicize to anybody that you know the Gita. You are studying Gita. It is not meant for academic study. It is meant for transforming your life. Transforming your life for what? There are some people say, you ask, sky is the limit for your achievement. What, you will become president of America? There is no sky limit for achievement. There is always a limit about what you can achieve. There is always a limit. Sky is the limit and all of them bunkum. They don't work at all. They don't have any meaning. When you study the Bhagavad Gita properly, remember, systematically, regularly, for a period of time, under a person who knows how to teach and who knows the subject, you will be free from shoka. You will be free from sorrow. You will be free from this self-judgment. अरे हम बहुत पापी हैं, पुराना पापी हैं. I am a sad fellow. I don't have inferiority complex. I am plain inferior. You will give all these dialogues. Shoka nivritti. Bhaya nivritti. Fear will go. Sankshepa nivritti. Doubts will go. Dakshata prapti. You will become a capable person with skill. This will be the benefit of knowing the fact that you are not insignificant, you are significant. That's why Gita is not an academic study, it is a self-transforming study. So he says, so far I have come, please explain Purusha and Prakriti to me in such a manner so that I am able to spontaneously relate to the subject. I want prompt response. I should not have doubted what did he mean this? Did he mean this? This is what he meant. Is this what he meant? So, like somebody said, tomorrow evening we are having a small get together. Could you like to join us? Somebody said yesterday. Tomorrow between 5:30 and 7 we have a small get together. Can you join? Send me a message. I replied, I am afraid not. That fellow writes back and says, what are you afraid about? Here is a problem. If you do not know the context of that, you say what? I said, no, it's not a question of being afraid. Afraid is an English expression which means I would like to come, but I cannot come. So for that, I use the word, I am afraid I cannot come. I would like to come, but I cannot come. I hope it will rain. You want it to rain and you hope it will rain. I am afraid it will rain. You don't want it to rain, but you think it will rain. So there is a usage, there is a contextual usage. So you have to understand all these contextual usages, and these contextual usages reveal finer details and nuances and intricate things about the Gita. It's not that complex, about yourself. It removes all those notions. Somebody comes and tells you are Ananda Swarup. You say, how can I be Ananda Swarup? I am a permanent Anumunji, Roni Surat. The Anumunji Hindi word is Roni Surat. So I am a Roni Surat, sir, always poor fellow, Garib Admi. I am a Garib Admi. How can I be Ananda Swarupa? This doubt you will have. You will have another doubt. It will work for others. I will definitely not work for me. It will work for some punya. And another fellow will come and tell you. Gita will work only when you have Guru's grace. I said, okay, what is this Guru's grace? Oh, that only Guru can give. Guru's grace. What is this Guru's grace? Only Guru can give. Yeah, I know Guru can give, but what is this grace? Then a bunch of people will come. He touched my head, knowledge came. He looked into my eyes, knowledge came. He touched my hand, knowledge came. Yeah, how will it happen? Like I'm a teacher, I like teaching economics, law, accounts, banking software. I like teaching. I wish touch could teach. I had to get about 20 fellows here, make them sit, touch each one of them, and you are all qualified, go out to practice law. Does it work like? Yeah, when you can't learn law by touching on the head, how can you turn Atma Vidya by touching on the head? For learning law, they say in Tamil, for saying in learning law, then for the rest of the ride, you have to know, learn. You have to keep shouting the rest of your life. It doesn't work like. You need to be taught. And the context has to be made clear. That's why Krishna is being asked the question, Purusham Prakritim Chaiva. Please explain that to me. Then, Purusham Evacha. Then also tell me, Kshetram Kshetragya Evacha. Tell me the field and also tell me Kshetragyam. Okay, now what happens, you see, whether Arjuna asked or not, the Gita is composed in such a manner that it is something rather than the teacher coming and telling you, I am going to tell you all this. The scenario is the student is asking and the teacher is going to explain. This is a scenario. So he's saying, he used 4 words. Purusha, Prakriti, Kshetram, Kshetragya. Purusha and Kshetragya are together. Then the Purusha, the knower, is the Kshetragya. Purusha at the Srishti level, at the total level is Purusha. At the individual level is Kshetragya. Prakriti at the total level is Prakriti. At the individual level it is Kshetram. My field is Kshetram. Total field is Prakriti. I, the knower, is Kshetragya. The total knower is Purusha. It will be beautifully explained. You should listen to our Swamiji when he explains all this. Okay. So that is being asked for. Then he says, please also tell me, Jnanam Jnayam. Tell me what is to be known. Jnanam Jnayam. Then why you tell me Jnayam and again Jnanam? So in this context, tell me what is to be known and tell me the preparation that I should do to know that well enough so that it becomes my knowledge. It is not Pustaka Vidya. It is my Vidya. It should come into me. I should be able to benefit from this. So beautifully framed question. Read it once again for you. Arjuna Uvacha Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Kshetram Kshetragyameva Cha Etat Veditumichhami Jnanam Jnayam Cha Keshava. Hey Keshava, I would like to know this. And Krishna starts answering from verse number 2. I will read it out to you. We will see it in detail. I'll give you the word meaning. We'll see it in details next. Okay? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. It is no longer Krishna Uvacha. He is addressing Keshava, but who is answering? Bhagavan. In the Mahabharata, Krishna is represented as Bhagavan. Krishna, the character in Mahabharata, is represented as Bhagavan. It is Vyasa. So don't say Vyasa created Krishna. In Krishna, Bhagavan is represented. So neither Krishna becomes small, nor Bhagavan becomes small. In Krishna, you would like to know Bhagavan Uvacha. How did Bhagavan speak to you? He spoke to you through Krishna. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Idam Shariram Kaunteya. The word itself you will understand straight away. Idam Shariram Kaunteya. Kshetramitya Vidhiyate. Once more. Idam Shariram Kaunteya. Kshetramitya Vidhiyate. Etadhyo Vetitam Prahuhu. Etadhyo Vetitam Prahuhu. Kshetragya iti tadvidaha. Beautifully constructed. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, hey Kaunteya, hey son of Kunti, idam shariram, this body, understand it as Kshetram, the field of experience. Idam shariram Kaunteya, Kshetramitta vidhiyate. Iti Kshetram. Okay. Ya Veti. Okay. Now, there is a consciousness. Idam Shariram. My body. Who knows? Who says my body? Say it in, look at in Tamil, look at in Hindi. We never go to the doctor and say, I am not okay. You go to the doctor and say, Tabiyat theek nahi hai. That means you have objectified your body. In Tamil, you will say, Odambu sariyilla. You have objectified the body. So, objectification is done by whom? By the subject. He says, Cha Vekti, the subject, Etat Tat Vidaha Prahuhu, the wise people say. He says, I'm going to come to you in detail. So he's saying, the Krishna says the wise people say. That means, see, Krishna, Bhagavan says, I am saying, he is saying, wise people declare, wise people, Prahu, Tam, Iti, Kshetragyaha, the knower of this field of experience is the Kshetragyaha, one who knows the field. Body is known to me. Body, mind, sense complex is an object of my knowledge. Kshetram, and the knower of this BMS is Kshetragyaha. This is how Krishna begins. We will study further in the coming lessons. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनीं देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भया सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो। स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो। स्वामी आत्मतृप्तानंद महाराज की जय हो। गीता हरि जय हो। गीताचार्य की जय हो। Tomorrow is Pongal. Wish you a wonderful Pongal. Pongal means spilling over. Abundance will be there. May spilling over of self-knowledge happen so that you can recognize the abundance in you. Om Namah Shivaya. Have a wonderful harvest. Oh,
Thank you so much, Baba. Happy Lodi.
happy Lohri to everyone.
Thank
Lohri
you,
in
sir.
heart. Om.
Happy Pongal, sir.
Happy Pongal. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you very much.
Om.